What a game that we had to watch at the Luton Town Stadium, where everything really went down as the game ended 2 for Luton and 3 for Chelsea. And it was really one of those games that at the beginning of the first half, you thought that maybe it's really gonna be a one-way traffic. But the second half, it showed us that it was not gonna be a one-way traffic. It was going to be what we call a game of two halves. Chelsea went ahead to obviously dominate that first half, no doubt about it. They went ahead to dominate that entire first half, and it was all about them. And to show that it was all about them in the first half, that's where they got their first 2 goals. In the 12th minute, Carl Palmer went in for a very hard shot past the goalkeeper of Luton Town, and then Noni Madueke faked them and used his weak right foot to go in for a shot that went into the back of the net to make it 2-0 for the side of Chelsea. And Chelsea cruised through the 45 minutes, and they are really the favorites, and everyone thought that, all right, this is gonna be an easy one for the side of Chelsea. But they really struck back in the 80th minute, after they made it 3, and they really scored a second one to make it very hard for the side of Chelsea. But Chelsea went ahead to obviously put up a very huge shift onto the game of football down at Luton. Welcome to this channel. Rock and David is my name. Hope you guys are really having a fantastic stay wherever you are. Chelsea have gone ahead to win 2 games in a row. Remember, in the midweek, they had to beat Crystal Palace by 2-1. Noni Madueke coming in through and really scoring the winner after he was forward in the edge or in the 18-yard box area. Then they really went ahead to really win today. And for Noni Madueke, he's really want to talk about that. He had a lot to do today, scoring the second goal, and he really put in a lot of effort. But Carl Palmer missed out on the game of Crystal Palace because he was suspended, 5 yellow cards, and he comes in through with a lot of vigor today. And if at all you saw his display today, you'll definitely understand that this guy is on fire, and he has gone ahead to put in a masterclass performance at this stadium. And Carl Palmer is just 20. And when I come here and really tell you that some players are really talented and they're really working hard towards the benefit of the English national team, I'm not lying. Guys, when you look at how Carl Palmer is really performing, you worry a little bit for a player like Bukayo Saka. Let's see. How has Carl Palmer gone ahead to obviously perform this season? Let's see. Carl Palmer. I really want to really bring you this narrative and paint a very beautiful picture that there is something that is really developing up and you guys aren't really seeing it. Carl Palmer has gone ahead to play 16 Premier League games. He has scored 8 goals and 4 assists. Right? Let's go to Saka. Let's go to Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka has gone ahead to play 18 Premier League games, 5 goals and 6 assists. So Saka has more assists than Carl Palmer, but Carl Palmer has more goals, 8. And in total, he's having 12 goal involvements and Saka is having 11. So this is really one of the moments that Saka needs to look at and really understand that things might not all going be well for him. That is it, because when you look at the other player that also is really up and running into that position, he goes by the names of Foden. He's really having a very fantastic season at Manchester City, and let's see how his stats are really standing this season. Foden has 5 goals in the league and 4 assists. So we wait and see how that really pans out, but a lot is really onto the cards, and this position is really going to be very, very competitive for the Euros. And trust me, if there is a position where the manager of England is going to need to obviously make a very hard decision, it's gonna be on the right attacking side of the midfield. I know Bukayo Saka has been really a constant starter, but with the performances of Phil Foden and Carl Palmer, I think a lot is going to be put into consideration, especially as we corner into the Euros, because when we start there on Monday, we'll be left with like only 6 months for the Euros. And if Carl Palmer continues to obviously play like that, then a lot is going to be on the cards. But today he has gone ahead to score a brace. He has gone ahead to score a brace, and that brace has been really beautiful. That second goal has been really super exquisite, and everyone has gone ahead to obviously enjoy it. And I know many of you really are really very elated because of that. Let me show you how he scored the first one. This is how he really scored his first goal. So this is the shot that he took at goal to obviously make it 1 in favor of Chelsea. This is Cole Palmer. He really took it very well, and it really crossed the line, you know. So he is really one of those players that you really have to acknowledge. And he went ahead to obviously put in this other effort that made it 3-0 for the side of Chelsea, before this side went ahead to obviously pull one back, or pull two back later. And this is it. This is it. This was really a very magical goal, because the first touch he takes was really magical. The first touch he took was really one of the best that you would ever see. And then the second one, where he went ahead to roll that ball past the goalkeeper, after the goalkeeper spread himself wide to stop him from really hitting the target, and he found himself in a position of really going past him. Defenders, Lokonga, you see this is Lokonga running towards him, swamped around him, but his composure was really great. He had Nkunku. Sorry about that. He had Nkunku on the other side of him, but he sacrificed him and said, "No, Nkunku, I'm not going to give you this ball. I'm going to go for it." And he really went ahead to score that third goal, and it was really very important. And he's really that one player that always shows you exactly what he's made of and how he'll obviously stop. Look at how he obviously skips past Lokonga and Arsenal Honey at the side of Luton Town. He really goes past him well, and he finishes and puts in a very good goal in there to make it 3-0. But Luton pulled two back through the former Chelsea player who went ahead to score against them again. That is Ross Barkley in the 80th minute. Then Adebayo 7 minutes later made it 2-3, and they went ahead to obviously attack. Chongi, formerly at Man United, went ahead to put in some beautiful crosses, but Chelsea couldn't obviously kill off the game. That was really the most worrying bit of it all. And Luton Town got chances, but Chelsea couldn't kill off the game. But I like the way Pochettino really went ahead to obviously line up today, because he brought in Ahmad Broja, he brought in Nicholas Jackson, and Madueke to start, in his front three. Makalo Modric was really a little bit not okay because of some illness, and he saw to it that he never even played a single minute, but he was on the bench. Raheem Sterling is another one that has missed out on this big fixture, but it shows you how good Chelsea are really going into those positions where they deserve to be. They are now having 20-something points, and they are 8 points off Newcastle, meaning that they can easily get into the race. I told you that don't rule out teams like Chelsea to come into the mix. You get, especially into the top 5, because it's a matter of them having a run of 5 games. If they win 5 games in a row, trust me, they can get everywhere they want as a team of Chelsea, and no one can really stop their urge to obviously do the needful. If their appetite continues like that, when they're winning these games, trust me, they're going to get themselves to where they deserve to be. But Caicedo looks like he's really turning into a player that everyone really thought he's supposed to be. He went ahead to put in a very beautiful shift on the day, and we really went ahead to obviously love him. I really loved the way Colwill went ahead to play. Thiago Silva, his experience served Chelsea a lot today, because towards the last 8 minutes of the game, you saw to it that Luton Town was really drawing a lot into the 18 box area, and they had gone ahead to obviously go in with crosses, because they don't have players with beautiful skill sets, and they thrive on intensity, physicality, and those crosses. And those crosses were put in, but Thiago Silva was always in a better position to obviously defend them, not to really find their center forward Adebayo. But It's not gonna stop here. It's going to continue and continue and continue. Chelsea need to obviously get themselves into another winning way. So we wait and see how that pans out, and let's get into what the player ratings are. Let's get, not the player ratings. The player ratings will summarize this video, but let's talk a little bit onto the stats of the night. And 15 shots by Luton Town. Chelsea had 12. 6 shots on target. 6 shots on target for Luton Town. Chelsea had 8. 52% ball possession by Luton Town. Chelsea had 48% ball possession. 398 passes completed by Luton Town. Chelsea completed 409. Now, there is something that's not going to have to be converted in there overall, because a team with very many passes cannot really be having less possession. Something that's not going to have to add on well here. But 83% passing accuracy for Luton Town, and 82 for Chelsea. 14 fouls by Luton Town, 21 fouls by Chelsea. Then 2 yellow cards to both sides, 0 red cards to both sides, 5 offsides to Luton Town and 1 offside to Chelsea, 7 corners to Luton Town and 2 corners to Chelsea. And that's how everything is going to have to pan out down at the Luton Town Stadium, known as the Kenilworth Road, where everything went ahead to pan out, just missing out onto that point by just 1 goal. Then let's go to the table. When you look at the table, Liverpool is still on top, 19 games played, 42 points. Arsenal second, 40 points. Aston Villa third, 39 points. Man City fourth, 37 points. Tottenham Hotspur 36 points. West Ham 33 points. Man United 31 points. Man United is playing away at City Grounds today. Not an easy game, but you anticipate the best to happen for the side of Man United. Brighton, they're having 30 points. And Newcastle is having 29. Chelsea is having 28 points. And look, meaning that even if Newcastle win their game, they'll be at 32 points. 4 points behind Chelsea. That is really great. Now, Wolverhampton Wanderers is really having 25. And when you go to the bottom of the table, Luton Town is still 18th. As you see it there. Luton Town is 18th. You guys need to be seeing this better. Luton Town is 18th. Look at it, 18th with 15 points. Burnley is 19th with 11 points. And Sheffield is also 20th at the bottom of the table with 19 points. That is it for the Premier League table and how everything really went ahead to obviously pan out. But when you look at the team of Chelsea, they're really having a lot of other games to play. And after this game, Premier League football is going to rest a little bit, and they're gonna play into the FA Cup. That is the 3rd round. They're going to host Preston North End, and then 3 days later they'll play away at Middlesbrough in the first leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final. Then they return into action on the 13th as they host Fulham at the Stamford Bridge, a game that you believe they are gonna win. So what a breather for the side of Chelsea as far as this game of football is really concerned, because you'll need this 24/7 to see it that everything goes on as to plan. But Chelsea have gone ahead to win this game of football, and I know it's really a very huge win for them, though it really turned out to be a little bit nasty towards the end. But never say never, that fighting spirit of Chelsea has kept them into the driver's seat, and they've gone ahead to obviously register some huge points on the day. So amidst them having very many injuries, but they really did the needful. Now Nkunku is one of those players that never started today, and everyone thought that having started against Crystal Palace, the manager was going to start him. But I think the manager was really wise. When a player is just returning from injury, there are games that you don't start him. Luton Town is known for having physical players who will knock you left, right, and center. And you saw what they did to Nicholas Jackson. Tengi Mengi, formerly at Man United, now playing as a defender at Luton Town, has gone ahead to commit close to 3-4 fouls on one player. That is Nicholas Jackson. And there was really a nasty one where he went ahead to step on his ankle. So the manager really got to know that it was really nasty, and he never went for such a thought. That's why he brought on Nkunku towards the last quarter of the game, because he knew to it that now there was space for him to operate, and he saw to it that he played him in the central midfield and let Nicholas Jackson do the needful on the day. So I really loved everything that really went down at that stadium. Chelsea needed this, and consistency is really very important, but you cannot be consistent in really pulling, always really choosing your starting 11 if at all you are really having players that are really injured. Romeo Lavia today was back, but he never made it to the squad. But we anticipated that maybe when they are playing in the FA Cup, he's gonna really get his Chelsea debut as soon as possible, because when he came in through, he obviously got an injury. That is Lavia, but they still have other injuries for Fana, Ben Chilwell, Rich James. There is Enzo Fernandez is out. They are having like close to 8-9 injuries. So I think it's really one of those things that are really perturbing Pochettino. But the best thing in the game of football is to register those 3 points, and he has gone ahead to get them in, and what a way to obviously get to where he deserves to be. Smash the like button, comment, and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And let's go to my man of the match. No, okay, let's first do the player ratings. Petrovic, the goalkeeper, guys, he was really exquisite. The goalkeeper of Chelsea put up a show, and he deserves all the hails tonight, because there were I think on 3 occasions we saw to it that he was really the only man left to save them, and really went ahead obviously save them. So for me, Petrovic, he gets a 7 out of 10. Malo Gusto, 7 out of 10 too. He really went ahead to play well onto that right back, and he surged very well. Defensively, he was really great, and he was solid, though very many crosses really went ahead to coming through from his side, but I think he had a very good performance. Colwill, 6.5 out of 10, because I don't see him as the player he was at Brighton. I think stability at the team like Brighton helped him really do the needful, and having a manager who really tells him you should be doing everything you want provided you don't lose the ball. In the names of Dizabi, just went ahead to make him one of the best that we ever gonna hate to see. But at Chelsea, he has not yet gone ahead to settle in very well, because he doesn't have the position that he really wants to be in. To me, I believe he's a left-sided centre-back. That's where he thrives better, but they're playing him as a left-back continuously. So he gets a 6.5 out of 10. Disasi, 6.5 out of 10. Thiago Silva, a 7 out of 10. I will remember that he was really the main man into that central defense. With his experience, he really helped Chelsea a lot. Conor Gallagher, 6.5 out of 10. He's one of those players that Chelsea are willing to sell to gather money to bring in other players that are needed in the squad. Moise Caicedo, 7.5 out of 10. It was really a very huge battle in that midfield with him versus Albert Sambi Lokonga, who was loaned at Arsenal, and he really went ahead to put up a show. That is Moise Caicedo. Then we go to Nuno Madueke, scoring second goal, 2 in a row. He made it 2 because it was 1-0 and made it 2. He takes an 8 out of 10 for me, because he really put up a very huge effort. Minus the goal, you saw to it that he could track back very well. He could really threaten that backline of Luton Town, and he really had a lot of unselfish interests into the game. And I really liked the way he really went ahead to play. Nicholas Jackson came in through. I'm giving him a 6. Let me give him a 7. Assist for this third goal of Carl Palmer. He really played very, very well. Then we go to Carl Palmer. Carl Palmer comes in through, and he gets a 9 out of 10. Do you know why he gets a 9 out of 10? 2 goals and 1 assist. what a better way to obviously end your year at Chelsea. And this is his first senior season. At the age that he's really having as Carl Palmer, he's just a revelation. 21 years of age, but we anticipate a lot more is going to come through from this guy. And he now has 8 goals. 8 goals. And I think, are they 4 assists? Yeah, 4 assists. So we wait to see what more he's having on the cards. But I give him a 9 out of 10. Ahmad Broja, he takes a 7 out of 10. Now, Enzo Fernandez, 6.5 out of 10. Christopher Nkunku, 6 out of 10. Alfie, he gets a 6.5 out of 10. So those are my player ratings as far as everything is concerned on that game of Chelsea and how they went ahead to obviously feature into that game of football. But they've gone ahead to win it, and it's really good for them to win back-to-back games. So guys, Rokan David remains my name. Thank you everyone for watching through. Hope you've gone ahead to enjoy this match reaction. Manchester City is coming in through, and the lineups are already out. The biggest story is that Kevin De Bruyne is back on the bench of Manchester City. That is it. And before we sign out, I would like to show you the lineup of Manchester City as they take on the side of Sheffield United at the Etihad. A game that you believe Man City are going to easy past, you know? But never say never in the game of football, because Crystal Palace has just gone at Etihad and really shocked them, and the game ended 2-2. They're here flaunting all the trophies they've gone ahead to win. There is the FIFA World Cup, Super Cup, Champions League, FA Cup, and the Premier League. That is Manchester City for you. They're really posing for photos. But the starting 11 has Ederson in goal, Kyle Walker right back, Vadio left back, Ekanji and Ake central defense, Kovacic and Rodri double pivot, central attacking midfielder, that is Phil Foden, Jack Grealish left attacking midfielder, Bernardo Silva and Julian Alves. That is the starting 11 of the side of Manchester City. Then we go to Sheffield. They're having Foderingham in goal. They are playing a system of 3-4-2-1. Then Badlock, Robinson, and Trusty. Trusty was at Arsenal and also to Sheffield. They are playing in a 3-man central defense. Badlock playing on the right side of the central defense. Robinson at the center of the central defense, and A Trusty on the left side of the central defense. Then J Bago, right wing back. Thomas L, left wing back. Norwood and Souza in the double pivot. Then Brooks and Slimani, they are playing as the 2 central attack midfielders, but they can as well switch wide. And Osula is also into the mix to really lead the line. That is it. We go to the bench. This is the biggest story today, that Ruben Dias, Calvin Phillips, and Kevin De Bruyne is back onto the bench of Manchester City, and it's really fun to the fans of Manchester City. Stefan Ortega, Sergio Gomez, Matthias Nunes, Oscar Bob, Rico Lewis, and Mika Hamilton. Then Sheffield, Adam Deavesy, Bresta, Oli McBurn, Cameron Archer, Benny Traore, Ben Osborne, Yassa Loki, then Norrington Davies, and Femi Seliki. That is the bench of these teams you're really talking about. So you've gone ahead to really see a very good picture. But it's not only the game that is taking place right about now. We are having other games that are really being played at the same time. Crystal Palace, Brentford, Aston Villa, Burnley, then Wolverhampton Wanderers, Everton, and we'll sum it up with Nottingham Forest versus Man United. And we are going to be really castigating that game down at the United Matters channel. We sign out for now. See you later. May the living to bless you abundantly.